Hey folks, this is ioEther. I'm back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Alex the Assassin and his Defender. It's a tier 8 game on Monovka. And so this should be a pretty good game. Before we get into the game proper. Okay, well apparently we have a couple of tanks about to die. I didn't even notice that the first time around. So apparently we've already killed 2 of theirs. So yeah, there's that. Action's actually starting a lot sooner than I thought it was. So you're like, wait, the first time around? Yeah, so I recorded this entire game. I went to render it and found out that my video software apparently cut off after second 12. And I didn't notice because nothing changes as far as my setup goes. The only thing that changes is a number over there stops going up, and I didn't notice that number had stopped going up, and so now I'm checking it every 20 seconds or so. But yeah, this game is going to be actually a little bit of fun. Before we get into it though, of course, you guys are all like, well, how do you kill a defender? Because that is one of the top things everybody wants to know, so we're just going to flip over here, and we're going to find out how to kill a defender. If it's side scraping, for completely no reason at all, we're going to flip over to this side, because that's just totally not how this game's going to play out. But anyways, when it's side scraping, do not bother to shoot at its lower glacis. If you're unless you're a top tier tank destroyer, tier 10 or something like that, and you have great ammo, and not gonna happen. 300 millimeters of armor is just not gonna happen most of the time. Don't even bother to shoot this. There's no point ever. I should hope you guys understand that. This is the sweet spot you want to be shooting at, or the fronts of the cupolas, as long as it's looking at you or looking in your general direction. The fronts of those cupolas are always a thing. However, or actually I guess at any point in time you can see the cupolas, you can shoot them. However, note that the rest of the tank is not anything like that. So for the rest of the tank, if you can drop one in just beyond the drive wheel, in this side plate, because it doesn't have the V hole right here, you can pen. However, it gets a lot harder once you hit the spaced armor, which is part of I guess it technically has a V-shaped hole up there, and of course the tracks are problematic too. But the problem is most people don't realize that when the defender's facing you, you cannot shoot it in the front. There isn't any part of this you can pen except for the lower glacis. And even that is going to be risky depending on where you're hitting it. Unless you're hitting it dead in the center near the top, this thing actually has angles that mean it has decent defenses, other than just right up here when it's looking straight at you. Where was that sweet spot? What have I done? I have done something. Oh, right. I was a bit too far above it. See, so even if you're a little bit above it, this just turns into badness. As far as the turret goes, these two are the only weak spots you're going to find on it, unless you're all the way around the back of it, or have clean shots at the side of the turret. The other thing you could do, if you're desperate and you can't see the lower glacis for some reason because you're way too close in on this thing, is you can fire some HE here. That might go through, or even if it doesn't go through, it will at least do some damage to the interior tank. And that's assuming you don't have the accuracy to hit these things while they're moving, or for whatever reason. If you just want to lob some HE at them, hit his turret ring with some HE, and the armor right below it should absorb a ton of damage. So let's flip back over to tanks now, and just start driving again. So yeah, We've already spotted one of the enemy. Unfortunately, our first shot goes a bit wild. And it's really hot in here, if you haven't guessed. I'm sorry again for the fact that this game's going to go late, and I haven't recorded a game in a while. That's because work has been running me ragged. I did a bunch of eat, sleep, work days in a row there. And now I'm getting back into the normal rhythm, but it's still going to be pretty hit and miss as to whether or not I can get a game out every single day, as well as the secondary game I was getting out of whatever that is. I hope to finish Inside, though, fairly soon. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. So now that there's 3 guys on him, you notice he's firing for the weak spots on the Oni. He is hitting it in exactly the right place. The IS, he doesn't have to worry so much about hitting weak spots. He can pretty much go through anywhere on that IS as long as he isn't shooting at the front of that turret. If the Oni is going to show us the flat of his front, then we're going to shoot him in the flat of his front. The Panther has no armor against us, so we don't really have to worry about it. And finally, it takes down the Oni. Does get his turret hit up, so that's probably exactly what I was just talking about with the HE on turret. Good Lord, Panther, are you trying to get shot? Because that's a good way to do it. So the Oni definitely hit us in the turret ring with some HE right there, and that is why he did a little bit of damage, but mostly just killed the turret ring. I don't know if that'll happen every time, but science it out for me somebody, right? Just not when your life is on the line, please. Okay, now this IS is just dead. However, it does take out our T-34 before it goes down. He makes a good play and just plows straight on past us and takes out the T-34, knowing that even if he can just take out the enemy tanks a little bit better, like one more enemy tank is so much better than more enemy tanks, right? This IS-3 sees us coming. Unfortunately, can't do anything about it, and the artillery shell lands on him at the same time. So he goes down, and then just ramming this mud one, take his tracks off. Unfortunately, we don't actually take his tracks off, though we do damage them. So now we're going to get into a little bit of a fight with him, but again, these guys aren't shooting us in the right place. And again, we're just going to have to come right up to him, and now he's got nowhere to shoot except for maybe our, he maybe could have shot us in the cupolas, but in that situation, like, there's not much you can do. He's looking for the shot on the M10, doesn't get it, and is now looking for shots on the E25 and the GW Panther. Now, with the E25 firing a shot, oh, come on, there we go. I'd say he's around this area somewhere. He hit our guy right over here, the IKV, and then it got hit by artillery, so he's over in this area somewhere. Oh, there he is. Because of the fact that he was spotting. Unfortunately, came in just prior to getting a shell off, and that's really annoying, I bet you. But our Panther M10 and was it both our? It was 2 of our Panther M10s decided this game needed a now, and it needed to be a win. So you can't fault your team as long as they're getting you the win. It's okay, right? I do have the fact that they platooned up at the very last minute, and that is going to be a brothers in arms more or less instantly. I'm going to jump over and see what his battle results are now. Master Badge First Class, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Brothers in Arms, Seal Wall, and the High Caliber. This was well done and well played. He handled his tank effectively against the 3 guys up top, and they did 11 shots that just ricocheted into the air off of him, with only the Oni doing any actual damage, and that was mostly due to the HEs and stuff. He got hit 15 times and bounced over 3,000 damage. Yeah, he definitely collected his dues on this game. and only missed the one shell. I don't even remember what shell he missed. But, unless it counted the one on the E25. No, it can't have. I don't know what shell he missed. I'm sure one of you guys can tell me, though. And, thank you so much, Alex, for saying this in. This was a great game. I will try and maintain a steady stream of games coming out this week. And try and prioritize World Tanks games coming out over just about everything else. To try and at least keep something coming out every day this week. However, I can't guarantee anything. I also can't guarantee any longer games coming out. So if you guys have sent me longer games, like 10 minutes and more, I can't guarantee any of those coming out this week, just because of the fact that I have so little time to record this week. Yes, I'm doing nights all over again. So, yeah. And yes, I'm also pulling a couple 12-hour shifts in there somewhere. Yay! So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. This is ioEther.